of the front. Mila, to the left. Mila, right here. One more time. Right in front. Right in front. Mila, this way, please. Mila, this way, please. This way. To the left. Mila, this way, please. Mila, this way, please. And to your left. Mila, right here, right here. Sasha, this way, Sasha. Sasha and Daniel, down here for one. Down this way, to the left. Ladies to the right. Sasha, ladies right here. Sasha, this way to the left. Ladies left. Mila left. Right down here, Mila. Sasha, to your right. Sasha, to your right. Sasha. And Mike, right here, look down. And go one more. Cecilia. Right here, Catherine. Catherine, one more back here. Next to him. Vanessa. Straight ahead, Vanessa. Right down in front. Vanessa. Greg, you didn't get it the first time? One more in the arm. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's, you know, they're both monsters of different sorts, and they both deal with their monsterdom in different ways, you know. And Daniel tries to hide it, where Hellboy is more comfortable in his own skin. So it's a nice little clash right at the start, but they end up becoming pretty good teammates. I had a lot of fun shooting the transformation scene. It was very physical, very raw, very gritty, and it was nice for the character to have a release at the end of the movie for everything he was holding inside. Well, you know, I think it's a roller coaster ride. You know, it's action-packed, it's gory, and if you don't mind a little violence, there's a lot of comedy and some really good performances to boot.
He's meant in his DNA and his genetics to bring about the end of the world, so he's kind of built for evil, but through all of his conscious will, he tries to be a good guy. And I think a lot of times I've felt like my impulses are not so great, but I've tried to construct my reality around doing the right thing, and that just seems to really resonate with me. I mean, you know, I think we all have this beast inside of us that we're trying to tackle in some way, and that we're trying to, like, be a positive force in the world, and so that's something that I really relate to. Yes, it's incredible. Joel Harlow designed the makeup and applied the makeup with a team of like 4 other people, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's like a piece of art in and of itself. It's seamless, you can get right up close to it. It was completely practical, there's no CGI, so you could actually be on set with me an inch away and you would feel like it was a real demon standing in front of you. I couldn't even see how or where they blended the edges. It was incredible, you know. I mean, he's a genius. I really do think. Which new characters? I mean, there's this one character that I love so much, but I don't think I'm allowed to say it until the film releases that this character is even in it. So there is one sort of surprise character that I'm in love with, and I can't believe they brought him to the universe. And the other, the character that there's so many characters that I love. I mean, I love the relationship between Hellboy and the Blood Queen too. Like this Nimue Blood Queen character and sort of their bond and their, you know, their draw towards each other. To me, is very unique and very interesting.
You know, it's an action film. It's a good old-fashioned monster fight. You know, it's kind of a throwback, in my eyes, to sort of an 80s monster movie, which is why I got into this business in the first place. So, you know, hopefully everybody embraces that and has a good time with it. Well, I mean, the design has already been done. I mean, the design was done by Mike, you know, two-dimensionally, and then subsequently by a great many artists, you know, two-dimensionally after him, taking his character and translating it to the comic book page. So what we did is we took that design, we took a variety of two-dimensional designs, our favorites, and translated them onto David Harbour's life cast, keeping in mind, you know, thicknesses of prosthetics. You know, we want him obviously to be able to express through whatever we did. You know, it ended up being a long process, but the look of Hellboy was already established by Mike. And it was just a matter of translating that, you know, that comic book two-dimensional version to a three-dimensional performer. Yeah, absolutely. Baba Yaga, though, was a little different. Baba Yaga two-dimensionally looks much different than our version of Baba Yaga. What I wanted to do with Baba Yaga was to infuse a little more visual horror into her. So that's one of the, you know, when you're dealing with designing a film of this size and building a film of this size, you don't get a whole lot of hands-on, and that fortunately was one of the characters that I took and actually got my hands, you know, into the clay and sculpted the character and all that. So when I was doing that, I infused a bit more, you know, visually striking horror elements to it, you know, based on, you know, sort of subconscious imagery I had seen over the years.
They look forward to, I hope, a very fun movie, a little darker than the Hellboy we've seen before. And for me personally, having this in New York is just like the coolest thing on earth to me. Well, let's see. The only actual BPRD guy we see is Daimyo, who's never been on film before, so that's exciting. And then he's got his pal, Alice Monaghan, who's not officially BPRD, but she's the other main character. So I just wanted to get away with drawing monsters for a living. So I had no expectations, no plans. I just wanted to do something where I got to draw monsters and the kind of stories I wanted to do. So I certainly never expected to be doing it for 25 years and never expected to be on, you know, a film thing. The comic book fans, I think, will be thrilled to see a lot of real direct nods to the comic. This film, more than any of the others, references the comics very closely. So they should be happy. Then and there's some surprises for them. So, well, I think what's important is that the people adapting the material understand the material. It doesn't need to be a slavish adaptation. It doesn't have to have everything exactly the same. But you have to understand what works about the comic. So even if you change the details, you keep the feel of the thing. And that's what we've got today.
I'm so excited because this movie is so fun. I had the best time watching it. You know, we were so like nervous doing a reboot because the originals are so amazing. But these wonderful actors did such an amazing job. I tried to do my best too, and I think people are going to really enjoy it. You know what? I love that she's a strong, intelligent, powerful woman with beautiful, admirable ideals. She wants to bring the world of the monsters and the world of the humans together. But of course, the powerful men around don't listen. So like, surprise, surprise. Sounds familiar. Well, you know, number one for fans of the graphic novels and for the movies, Mike Mignola, who created Hellboy, was with us every step of the way. He helped write the script. He was on set every day, so we were able to come with him with any questions we had, and he helped us with our characters. So I think this movie really, like, is his dream come true as well. So I think the fans are going to enjoy that.
exciting. I feel like this is one of the more like universal things that I've done as far as like the entertainment world, you know, and I think this is kind of a big deal for me. It's something like very like there's a lot of gore in it, there's like a lot of humor in it, and it'll be fun to actually get it out there.
Why did you connect with her?
Well, because I mean, first of all, she's kidnapped by fairies. I think that's amazing. And as well as I like that in the film, she's not the love interest, but she shares a deep love connection with Hellboy, and I think she knows how to balance the world of, listen, you know, like I know the human world as well as this kind of like dealing with demons and all of that, and I think she adds a lot of heart to it and kind of just like builds everything together, and I think that's good. I think that's something that you have to be able to like balance, and I don't know, there's just a lot of heart to her. It's something that my sisters, I would be happy if they like looked up to her, you know, and I think that's kind of the main reason. I mean, I love to fight. I guess that sounds bad, but like who doesn't want to punch things, and to do like stunts, it's like a good physical release, you know, so it's like, I loved it. It's my favorite part.